Hey there. A subject I've been asked about several times is cellulite, and basically how to get rid of cellulite and what causes it. Generally, it's related to genetics and hormones, combination of that. Some people are just more genetically predisposed to cellulite, particularly women. One thing that lends itself to women is the fact that the hormones, now insulin is certainly part of that because it affects weight gain or fat storage, but also estrogen and prolactin are two influential hormones with the formation of cellulite, which are much more dominant in women than men, obviously. But the fat in cellulite is not a special kind of fat. It's not a special substrate of its own. It's really like your typical white fat that's stored under your skin or between your skin and muscle, except that it's not stored between your skin and muscle. It's actually stored within the dermis, within the skin, within a couple layers of the skin. And the dimpling effect is actually from connective tissue that are connected from one layer of skin to the other. Okay, so you've got a couple layers of skin here where you keep collagen, which provides firmness and support for the skin, as do those connective tissues. They're like strings coming up, okay? But as the space where you store the fat and the collagen starts to fill up with more fat, those connective tissues get stretched. And as they get stretched, they start to, and lose their elasticity and lose their ability to support. They start to pull down on that upper layer, and that's what creates the dimples. It's kind of like if you had strings attached inside a hot air balloon and they're pulling down and you fill it with air. The air is going to push up the balloon where it can, but where the strings are attached, it's going to have a dimple coming down, and that's exactly what's going on. So things we can do to alleviate this, well, weight loss is good, so good healthy diet, okay, and exercise, primarily strength training, because if you can build muscle and build muscle tone and push a lens support from that lower layer of skin, so there's not much you can do about this upper layer. It's out there other than losing fat. So as you lose fat, you might reduce the amount of space between those two layers of skin and take some of the pressure off those connective tissue. But you could also add muscle from below here, right, and push this layer of skin up closer, also taking some of the pressure off those connective tissue. So adding some muscle, to wherever it is you happen to be having the cellulite, can add some tone and structure to that layer, to the lower layer of skin, and reduce some of the effect you're having on top. So, adding muscle, losing fat, all good things, right, for all of us. We all want to do that. As far as the lotions and potions go, the dermatologists say probably not so much. The couple things I've heard that or read that do work are radio frequency treatments and laser treatments. Those seem to have a temporary effect on helping, like maybe move, I guess, some of the fat around or helping warm up, the connective tissue. I'm not sure. They seem to have, again, a temporary effect, but there is an effect. But again, of course, my preference would be for more exercise, more muscle, less fat, through a good diet. But hey, that's me. Feel free to share with a friend who might need to hear this, who's probably maybe feeling frustrated with that. There's just only so much you can do because really genetics plays such a huge role in it. But hey, talk to you later.